For anybody out there that's looking to get themselves into a new car, this Charger's an exceptional vehicle. It's a great choice. Not only does it look fantastic, it's also a V6 in it, so it's going to be good on fuel economy. It's still got about 300 horsepower, so if you're looking for something with some extra pep, it's got that too. Plus, it's an all-wheel drive, so you'll be able to drive it all year round. You can put a good set of winter tires on this. They're just fantastic in the snow and that sort of stuff. Pretty fancy. It's got the power sunroof. It has the LED headlights in it. Comes with the remote start, heated seats, leather seats, of course, heated steering wheel. It's got the performance tires on it right now, and they look really cool in that kind of blacktop package. So you get like the black rims, black badges, all your trim and everything is all blacked out instead of being done in the chrome. It has the navigation as well, so if you're going on long road trips, you got that factory nav built in. Alpine sound system if you want to crank the tune, so you got the subwoofer in the trunk. We're going to take a look at that when we pop the trunk open. It also comes with a power sunroof and a full compact spare tire, so if you do get a flat tire, you don't have just the air kit on it. Across the front, you can kind of see the lines of the vehicle are pretty cool. Nice headlights, everything's all tied in nice. And once again, with that blacktop package, you're going to have like that black grille. Everything sort of ties in nice. You can see how it all kind of flows together really well. On the side, fancy rims. These are a good-looking rim. They're pretty sharp. They're going to stand out for you. And they do wear well, too. So if you've gotten lots of road salt and that kind of stuff on there, they're going to stand up over time. We did add some extra to this one. We added the tinted glass, so they're all blacked out. It also has the locking wheel nuts, so nobody will steal the wheels. But that's included on the price that you see online. And because this is a 23, we've got some pretty fantastic pricing there. So make sure you check it out on biglakesdodge.com if you're just watching this on YouTube, because it doesn't have all the prices there. Inside, we talked a little bit about the seats. Really nice. You can see it's got like the gray inset on the dark. They kind of two-tone everything up. These are heated. It's got the power seat forward and back for the passenger, as well as the power lumbar support for the passenger. Driver's side gets that too. Comes with the form-fitted mats. So you can kind of see they fit exactly the way they're supposed to. Got nice little hooks there to kind of hold them in place so they don't slide around. In here, we'll pop the glove box open. You can have a look. There's the real lug nuts. If you decide you don't want to use the locking ones, you can go back to just the stock ones there. Depends where you live, I guess, what the crime's like, if you want to keep those on or not. Myself personally, there's not much crime up here in High Prairie, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. But maybe if you're in the city or something, that would be something you're concerned about. Owner's manual and everything here on this little in this bag. And again, it's kind of nice. It gives you a little shelf there. You can kind of tuck them up out of the way, so you're not your actual glove box has some usable space for you. On the doors, lots of storage, lots of places to put your odds and ends, and that kind of stuff. It does have the power sunroof. You can kind of see it here. Kind of see it from the inside as well. This pops up and slides back if you want to have your sunroof open, give you a little bit extra venting and breathing. In the back, we got the center armrest folded down right now. You can kind of see that that will flip up out of the way, so you can put 3 people there. But the way it's set up now, it's for a 2-passenger. These seats fold down too. If we just pull this strap here like that, you can see how the seat folds down, and now you got access to the trunk. The other side folds down too if you got something a bit bigger. What's nice about that is you got like I don't know, say you're going for a shop and you end up buying something that's really long and skinny, you can kind of lay it in there. And then with a split fold like that, you can still put somebody in the back seat on the road trip. Across the back, it's got the rear spoiler. Kind of just dresses it up a little bit. Of course, that's done in the black, part of that blacktop package. This is the black badging we're talking about, so everything's done in the black. Just going to pop the trunk here. I'll show you the subwoofer. Just hit the button here. So that pops open. There's your subwoofer for the Alpine sound system, so that's where all your bass is going to be coming from. It's got like a little grocery bag hook here too, so if you go grocery shopping, you can kind of hook your grocery bags on here, keeps them from falling over, and all your oranges ended up rolling all over the place. Underneath, this just lifts up. There's a little hook here. You can put the hook there, and it kind of holds it up out of the way, so you got access. There's where your battery is to start the car. Nice thing about having the battery in the back like this is it sends some of the weight to the rear of the car, so you get better weight distribution. So if you're really into performance driving, it's going to handle better. And then you got your a full-size donut. The other option they used to have on these was a compressor that would just you could pump your tires up. I prefer this because if you're out in the middle of nowhere, it's kind of nice to be able to put them on. Once again, they're a temporary use though. They're just designed to get you to a tire shop so you can get your tires fixed. But lots of storage back here. Also comes with a little bag. This little mesh bag just hooks onto these hooks right here. Kind of get an angle there. You can kind of see them. There's one on each side. And the idea with those two is you can kind of set things in the bag and it'll stop it from kind of rolling all over the place when you're driving. Close the trunk up, go down the side here. Open this in the back. You can kind of see the armrest does have a couple of cup holders in there as well. And that does, like I said, I mentioned earlier, that does flip up so you can put in the 3 passengers in the back. So let's hop in the front. Take a look at what we got up here. We got power windows, power locks, power mirrors. We've got memory seats so you can program it for 2 different drivers. What's nice about that is if you got 2 different settings in there, so one driver can have all the radio stations, the seat, everything set up the way they want it to be set up, and it makes it real easy when you're switching drivers all the time. A couple things: if you take a look at the rear view mirror, you can kind of see it's got a little triangle there at the top. So if somebody's in our blind spot, that's going to light up. Turn the volume down a little bit. So that'll go kind of amber. So hopefully you don't change lanes and cut somebody off. It should help you avoid some accidents. Across the front dash, we got a nice tack, nice big speedometer. You got the center digital cluster. This has got like your speedometer. It's got all kinds of information screens in there. We'll just kind of toggle through them real quick. Like you got your vehicle information screens. This is like your tire pressures, oil pressures, all that kind of stuff's in there. Performance screens. This ties into your track passes and stuff like that. If you want to keep track of your 0 to 60 times, all that kind of stuff. I'll show you how to access some of that stuff. It's pretty cool. Driver's assist is your adaptive cruise control. This is where you turn it off and on, that sort of stuff. Fuel economy screens, a couple of tripometers, and then your audio, what's playing on your radio stations, that sort of stuff. This would be like your check engine lights, that sort of thing would pop up in there. And then you can program and customize your screen. So like, for instance, we got the compass up here, the temperature over there. You can change all those. You can change the screens down below as well. So it allows you to kind of lay out the screen the way you want it to look. Steering wheel. This is a nice leather-wrapped steering wheel. Super comfortable on your hands. It's nice and thick. It's not a tiny little thing. These are heated, so they're comfortable. We've got our push buttons here. When I was toggling through those screens, these are the buttons I was using. Hands-free for taking your phone calls, that sort of stuff. On this side, we've got our cruise control, and then we've got our adaptive cruise control. So think of it like 2 separate cruise controls. This one here works like the one they always did in the old days. You just turned it on and hit your speed. And the bottom one's your adaptive cruise, so you set the distance you want to keep between you and the vehicles in front of you, and you set the speed. And if you're driving down the highway doing 140, you gain it on somebody doing 120, it'll slow down and keep that distance between you, the vehicle in front of you and yourself, so it makes a nice little gap. Makes for a comfortable road trip. Over here we got our main touch screens. We've got our Sirius XM satellite radio, climate controls if we want to access that. You can turn your temperatures up and down. You can also use these buttons down here if you'd prefer to use the buttons rather than the touch screen. Here's our heated seats, our ventilated seats are all accessed right through here. Same with your heated steering wheel. Got the factory navigation if you want. You can access your maps. You can use this. You also can use, if you pair your phone up, you can use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So if you want to use the maps off your cell phone, you can throw them up there. In some ways, I prefer to use the Apple Maps. I find it easier to, like, you just Google where you want to go and hit go on the map and it'll show up on there for you. So it makes things pretty easy. A couple other ones here. We're just going to go back to your, on the apps. Let's go to the performance control pages. So this is where you can set up your vehicle how you want it to drive. It's got launch control, so you can set when it's going to let the brakes release if you're doing like a quarter-mile racetrack type stuff. So it's pretty fun stuff. I won't spend a whole bunch of time going over it, but let's just say you can have a lot of fun with it. There's some instructions in the owner's manual, and so if you're really into performance driving, you're going to want to play with that a little bit. Down here we can mute our stereo system. You can also hit your sport mode and your super track pass. Just by hitting this button, that'll activate your the screen we were just looking at earlier. We can also turn off our rear beeper. So if you're backing up, this vehicle's going to beep at us. Let's say it's beeping at us too much and you want to disable it, you can just hit that button. Automatic climate control, just set the temperature you want. You got 2 zones, one for the driver, one for the passenger. So each person can kind of set things up the way they want. Automatic transmission, you put it in drive. There is a manual mode too, and you can just tap the shifter up and down if you want to use it like, think of it like a quasi stick shift. It's not really, but think of it like that. Little tray there for some storage. A couple of cup holders in here to store stuff. It's got a place for your cell phone. You can kind of set it right in there. It'll kind of stop it from falling over. Inside this armrest, this lifts up, and you got like a little tray here. There's a couple of USB ports if you want to plug like say you got an old MP3 player or something like that, and you want to play your music through there, you can. and then there's even more storage down below. So you got lots of places and nooks and crannies to kind of keep your stuff out of the way. Overhead, we've got our openings and close for the sunroof. We've also got these home link buttons, so you can program your power garage door opener to open and close with these buttons. And then this flips down, and you got a place here for your sunglasses. You can kind of tuck them up on and out of the way. Okay, kind of a quick overview of the video of this, but if you're looking to get yourself into a car, this is the last of the 2023 Challengers. They're just our Chargers, sorry. It's been a fantastic car for us. We'd invite you to come down and take it for a drive, but be careful. We'll probably send you home in a new car. So it's just a fantastic, fun toy. So hope to see you soon.